You feel me? Got Juggernauts games today and tomorrow, man. Playoff weekend. What y'all feeling, man? What y'all feeling? What y'all predictions? What are y'all predictions? I want to know. I want to know. Tap in. You feel me? Podcast. Let's go. We got a big weekend ahead, man. Big weekend, man. Shout out to them Ravens, man. Yeah, I'm ripping my shit back with CD. Yeah, we coming. Hope we get Dion. Hope we get Dion tomorrow. Hope we get Dion. I sent out a couple of invites. I know we was late. We was about running about 10 minutes behind time, and we're running into some technical difficulty with the internet, raining and shit. So my shit, we was late. I was late. You know what I mean? That's my bad, y'all. But yeah, man, let's watch a little bit, hear what they got to say. Hopefully we'll get no damn strike. They be stingy with their little takes. Let's see boy Ryan Clark, Bill Belichick.
There are also a ton of games that are lost by teams who should find ways to come out on top on the scoreboard. Also, the Atlanta Falcons, who will play the Commanders this week in a huge game, they decided to go from Kirk Cousins to Michael Penix. And Michael Penix, I think, to me, Chris, right away showed the difference in arm strength between the two quarterbacks, but also athleticism.
Yeah, the first throw of the game, they move him out of the pocket. Kirk's out of the pocket 4% of the time. That's virtually nothing, and a rush doesn't have to worry about that. You know, if you look at having to prepare for a quarterback you don't have a lot of tape on late in the year, it's not who you play, it's when you play them. You know, it's kind of a scary prospect to think, hey, we don't have a lot of tape on this guy. And if he's pretty good, they're going to go into the playoffs possibly with a new look. I was really
in the playoff picture. When you think about the NFC and how the Commanders have now positioned themselves in the 7th position, obviously the Lions are still at the top. The Philadelphia Eagles fall, and the Atlanta Falcons, because of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers laying a dud against the Dallas Cowboys, are leading in the NFC South. But there's a reason.
Hell of a weekend. My bad. My shit was muted. Gonna be a hell of a weekend. It's gonna be a hell of a weekend. Let me see what they got. That was early. I only think Bill Belichick is still in there. Let's see what they got going on today. My internet has been.
Hey guys, did you know some?
Now what the fuck going on? Internet been weird.
Yeah, get the toy in that handcuff. Look at this right now. Go put that ball in the bucket. Yeah, bye.
Some of the worst ball or their worst ball of the year. Coach, when you look at what the Kansas City Chiefs have been able to do, what stands out about the way they've played late in the season?
Well, not only late in the season, Ryan, but late in the game. They play their best ball when it matters the most, and they don't make many mistakes.
Who y'all think gonna win today?
You look at the game against the Texans. They have the ball
Kansas City
minutes in the fourth quarter, convert a 3rd and 4. Then Hunt rips off a 20-yard run. They want run out the clock. Texans get down there. They got 1st and goal on the 10. Stroud takes a 5-yard sack when he runs out of the pocket and doesn't throw the ball away. Of course, Texans surprisingly get a 5-yard formation penalty to go from 3rd and 15 to 3rd and 20. Last play of the game, offensively for the Texans, can't block Karlaftis, can't block Chris Jones. They just get run over.
Chris Jones gonna be a problem.
Quarterback's running for his life. So
a
championship team.
Chris Jones gonna be a problem.
Fight the big boys in the fourth quarter.
What is it about the Chiefs that always allows them to make the play while the other team doesn't?
I mean, eventually teams are going to beat themselves in the league. And I think late in the season, teams are going to regress. And as you see some of these teams regressing, the Chiefs are doing what they do. It kind of remind me of your old groups. You know, they can take different forms. They can be a different team week to week. Look at their offense right now. They're opening up. You know, they move Joe out to tackle. They say, hey,
y'all want to come up? Give me y'all predictions.
The way to win.
Let me know. I see you late.
About 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust. They make adjustments. 11 days, 3 games. And they come out of the thing, pass with flying colors. They got a chance now to have the bye, which they're going to have. and they're going to play like Pittsburgh or Houston. They're set up just as good as they were last year and even better. They're not going to have to go on the road. They just know how to do this thing. And, that's what it comes down to.
You know what I hate about watching the Kansas City Chiefs is the fact that all year we talked about what they couldn't do, but they continued to win. They continued to find a way. And at first, people thought it was luck, and then they thought it was fluky. And now you're finally realizing, no, it's attention to detail.
You make your own luck.
You make your own luck. A team that was carried by defense early, now finding their way offensively. Another team that seems to be finding their way, Chad, is the Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar to the 30. He's gone. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lamar Jackson.
You go out against the Houston Texans and absolutely drum them. The only thing that was better than Lamar was Beyonce. And so when you look at that team and the way Lamar Jackson is playing, what stands out to you?
Listen, Lamar Jackson this season, most people will say the addition of Derrick Henry and the way they run the ball and have run the ball throughout the entirety of the season is why they're winning. But we've seen Lamar Jackson do this before Derrick Henry got there. I'm just going to read off his numbers this year. Lamar Jackson, he's 5 yards away from throwing for 4,000 this year. He has 39 TDs and only 4 interceptions with a 67.9 completion percentage. That is elite quarterback play at his position. I think, to me, this might be his third year to win the MVP, but I would love to make sure he gets a chip because he has to get that monkey off his back with the way he's playing. Constant MVPs over and over and over without that chip, to add to your resume.
Now, let's stop right there now. Patrick Mahomes been doing this forever, man. So, like, why are they still questioning the man greatness? Why are they still questioning? Now, Lamar, he playing out his mind. He definitely going to get this MVP. Like, they give it to Josh. That's like, oh, okay, man. We saw you have been winning shit. Here you go. Because he didn't. I ain't gonna say he didn't earn it, but he didn't earn it over Lamar. So, but I'm gonna give you my predictions today. It's gonna be hard, man, but Matthew Stafford might can pull it off. I really think he can pull it off. Matthew Stafford playing phenomenal at the end when you should be playing right. You feel what I'm saying? And Jalen Hurts has kind of regressed a little bit. He's playing on the defense and Saquon. So that's gonna be interesting to see how Sean McVay approached that game. Like, cause the way that defense been playing, that I'm talking about the Los Angeles Rams defense the last 2-3 weeks. They had Foler, Sam Darnold running for his life, but CJ got better legs. I mean, Jalen Hurts got better legs. My bad. Jalen Hurts got better legs. So this is gonna be an interesting matchup. Man, I'm telling you, man. Like, I'm taking.
Hurry up.
I mean, I want to take the Rams, man, but the Eagles, they just been winning, man. But you know what I'm saying? Saquon, but Puka Nacua and that boy Kyron Williams, man, it's a shootout, man. It's going to be. It's probably going to be won mostly late. The game probably is going to be a late drive, probably for a field goal. I give it like 21-24 game or something like that. Because A.J. Brown, they've been getting the ball like that. They be depending so much on the run game. I don't think you can go all the way to the Super Bowl just on the run game. You can if you Lamar Jackson, because you got to throw the run. Jalen Hurts is supposed to with his legs, but he ain't been using legs because he been hurt late in the season, coming out of concussion protocol. So he been rusty on his toes and shit like that. So if they don't get A.J. Brown in this game, I don't think they're gonna be able to beat the Rams. But I would say Vegas got the Eagles winning this. My ticket got the Eagles winning this, but my heart want to say the Rams. But I picked the Eagles on the ticket. I'm just let you know on my ticket. I got the Rams. The Eagles. Then I got Kansas City out the gate. Kansas City out the gate. I love you, CJ. You know what I mean? Then you in Texas. It's hard for me to like your team. I like you as a quarterback, but you see where I'm repping. You see where my heart at. You feel me? You see where my heart at, baby. Yeah, man. But just listen, I'm taking the Eagles and Kansas City. So if you bettors out there, you know what I mean, that's who I would take. You know what I mean? But my heart want to say the Rams, man. You feel me? Because this is a Super Bowl coach, but Philadelphia Super Bowl coach. Might be not that team, but Nick Foles. But you know. I'm gonna lie, my bad, yeah, but yeah, man, do my damn predictions, baby. Do my predictions. Like, I wish my Cowboys could be there. We get Deion Sanders, we might just be there next year. Get Shador. Trade Dak. Dak, you gotta go. Gotta go over to Tennessee with Tony Pollard with your homeboy. Sorry, you got to go, player. Sorry, you got to go. That's just the way it is. It's just business. And I will hope that that you will be, you know what I mean? Think about it. We gave you money, man. We just can't win with you, bro. It's all right. You got a big check. We got your big contract. So you go over there in Tennessee, maybe you can win. And you won't have this Dallas Cowboy mantra hanging over your head, Dak. Like you going over to Tennessee, Dak. You feel me? Like, but I ain't gonna make this about the Cowboys because this ain't our weekend. But this is about the Philadelphia Eagles, the Rams, the fucking Kansas City Chiefs, and Houston Texans. And you got Detroit, you got Buffalo. Man, damn, Detroit played today. Who Detroit? Detroit, is that tomorrow? Let's see. Let's look at FanDuel. It's gonna be a good weekend, man. It's a great weekend, man. It's just frustrating to watch. You have to sit there and watch, you know. Had to watch this shit, man. Yeah, they play tonight. 8. You got the Commanders in Detroit too. I ain't gonna forget about the Commanders in Detroit. I'm most definitely taking Detroit. Yeah, this is good. So I got Kansas City, Detroit, and I got the Eagles. Damn, we got a triple header. I didn't know it was a triple header. So it's only one game on Sunday. Shit, then you got the college playoffs championship Monday. Taking Ohio on that. But yeah, man. Let's hear a little bit more.
Really means nothing.
I think it's also the defense too. Yeah, you thought he might have to outscore people, and he will at some point in the playoffs. But moving Kyle Hamilton back to safety, and just keeping it simple. Put your best player where he's best. And I think they've improved a lot since they made that move.
What is it, or how does a team go from where they were early on in the year, giving up those big plays, especially in the passing game, to being one of the top defenses down the stretch this season?
Well, looking at it from the outside in, I think you got to take a look at Dean Pease, who came in there around midseason, and I would say the big plays certainly diminished after that. No, they've always been strong against the run, and now they're just playing better complementary football, but without giving up those big plays and forcing these teams to drive, convert 2 or 3 third downs and go 70 yards instead of getting it all on, 60-yarder. That's, as we all know, the key to playing good defense. Don't give it up in one play.
Yeah, the biggest playmaker of them all.
You can't give it up in one play. What up, JT?
Sitting at this table, quarterbacks' legacies are defined by whether or not they win championships. And still standing in the way will be the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, who right now have locked up the #1 spot in the AFC playoffs. But coming up next, Chad will set the record straight, and he will name his favorite wide receiver duo in all of football. And it's probably who you think it is.
Not only who I think it is, but it's actually factually true as well. Again, DB 7 yards off, being nosy, eyes in the backfield instead of on the player. What happens? Touchdown, Jordan Addison.
Okay, so now you see this play with the Atlanta Falcons. Look at Justin Simmons. He's going to open towards Justin Jefferson, and Sam Darnold never looks that way.
He lost his mind.
Definitely. And again, go back to this running back from real quick. If you're going to be up there playing press, get a hand on the receiver. At least slow him down a little bit, or give yourself a chance.
Just play out picture.
It's the police. It's the police. It's the police.
Stop being bad, Roy. Move. Yeah, man. This is gonna be some damn good football here. Good damn football. Matter of fact, we gonna look at his last game. Let's go look at. Yeah, go ahead, son. Move. I'm busy. Yeah, my bad, y'all.
Q looking at the odds to win the Super Bowl. The Lions and the Chiefs remain the favorite to win it all. And you got the Eagles now in third. Baltimore
I don't agree
Ravens
with any
in
of these
fourth.
lines.
What do you think?
I think it should be Chiefs, Ravens, Bills.
Okay. Well, talk to
So you say
our
Tampa?
friends at.
Then Lions, then Eagles, then Commanders.
Okay.
Oh, crap. I forgot about the Rams.
Wow.
My bad.
I should be making
Happy
these lines
Friday,
over here.
everybody.
I'm
I
a
should not have
bookkeeper.
even asked you that question.
You know.
Jenny Dell, Amanda Guerra. We have Ryan Wilson and John Breach
Number your team.
hanging out at their homes right now. So we're down to 8 teams in the NFL.
You know
They all
me,
have
baby.
one
You know
goal.
me.
And all week we've been looking at the path to glory, how these teams can get to the Super Bowl, make a huge run. Now today we are turning the tables. We're being pessimistic, kind of like Amanda's personality earlier this week. You were having a little
Jennifer.
Yeah.
How dare you? Ryan, don't laugh at that.
So we're going to see how these teams can screw it up. What can they do to not make the Super Bowl? And Ryan, we're going to start with Kansas City. You know, we've all seen the stats out there. The Chiefs won at home against the Texans in Week 15. Tank Dell suffering an injury in that one. And of course, Kansas City looking to be the first team in the NFL history with 3 straight Super Bowl wins. Show me a scenario where they fail, Ryan. I love you, Amanda.
Hey, Jenny. Hey, Amanda. It is quite ironic that you bring the 2 rays of sunshine on. Unicorn and Rainbow are our nicknames to talk about the negativity of these teams not winning the big prize. So we'll do our best. By the way, John is literally the most optimistic person I know. I'm a little further down the list, but I'm willing to accept this challenge. If you're a team that hopes the Kansas City Chiefs lose, you have to hope that their left tackle situation continues to be in flux. That's been the biggest issue, I suppose. We've talked about the offense sputtering, but when you look a little closer at the numbers, offense is doing just fine, especially with Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball. Since week 11, he has 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's gone 237 pass attempts without a turnover. That's the longest stretch in his career. Joe Tooney, the left guard, has kicked out the left tackle at times over the last month or so, and he's been really good. They signed DJ Humphrey, who had a hamstring injury, and he wasn't playing particularly well before that hamstring injury. And they tried 2 other younger players there earlier in the season. But Patrick Mahomes can overcome a lot. Even when he's pressured, they're the best team on 3rd down conversions. So this is sort of hoping against hope that if the left tackle situation continues to be an issue, that it can get after Patrick Mahomes. I think, as we saw with those odds here, there's a reason they're one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl.
Well, let's talk about the favorite to win the Super Bowl, according to the odds that I don't agree with. The Lions, they're sitting at the top. They're welcoming the Commanders, a very dangerous Jaden Daniels coming over there. John, let me ask you this. I mean, what would the Lions have to do? I feel like the answer is very evident in that we are concerned about this defense.
Well, yeah, Amanda, first of all, congratulations on your first day.
Online.
Damn, my bad.
Immerses you in a universe with thousands of star systems like never before. Follow a path of your own choosing and become a titan of industry.
Bookie, you're fired after 4 minutes, but it was a noble effort. But yes, you are absolutely correct here. It is their defense. Their defense has been banged up all year, and it hasn't been an issue because the offense is so good. And Dan Campbell does a good job. Next man up mentality, that's what this team does. So they've been okay on defense. But once you get to the playoffs, those injuries can finally catch up to you. If you look at the Lions have done since December 1st, they've given up more than 31 points in 3 games over the past month and a half. So I think that is where this could be an issue. When your defense is giving up points like that, you have no margin of error on offense. So if the offense just struggles a little bit, all of a sudden you're losing in a shootout, kind of like they did to the Bills in that 48-42 game. So, and you look at what the Lions might have to do in the playoffs, every team can score. They're playing a Commander's team on Saturday night that was the 5th highest scoring team in the NFL. if they get to the Super Bowl, they could be playing the Ravens or Bills, the second and third highest scoring team in the NFL. And then you could be playing Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So their defense is going to have to beat some good offenses if they are going to win it all. And there is no guarantee their defense is going to be able to hold up through those challenges.
It's going to be a good one. We're going to look at the Rams and the Eagles matchup next and talk about the Eagles here. Now, Philly and Jalen Hurts looking to get back to that biggest stage. Their last Super Bowl appearance, just 2022, hasn't been too long. So, Ryan, what failures can we see with that Eagles team that might give them a chance to lose a grip on this game?
Maybe if A.J. Brown just stays on the bench reading that book the entire game, but it's hard to find a reason for this team not to get to the Super Bowl. They are so good. And my actual real answer is if Jalen Hurts can't stay healthy, and we know he suffered that concussion back in Week 16, and the team lost that game with Kenny Pickett to the Washington Commanders. When he's on the field, he is an absolute game changer, and I think they are good at literally every single position up and down the board, offensive line, skill position players, running back with Saquon Barkley, and that defense with Vic Fangio is absolutely getting after it. But when A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Jalen Hurts are playing entire games together this season, they are 10-0. Jalen Hurts has 27 offensive touchdowns and just 3 interceptions. And I think that's the recipe. There's nothing sexy, nothing out of the ordinary that you have to do to win these football games. Just get Jalen Hurts out there, make sure he's not taking big hits, but getting the ball out of his hands.
No, you're going to have to do more than that against the damn Rams, baby. That's all I'm saying. You got to do more than that, my boy. You're going to have to more than just got ground and pound and play defense. He got to get that ball to A.J. Brown and the boy Smith. You're going to have to get out to guard. You're going to have to use every ability that you have. You have to use all the abilities. This is why my Cowboys win there, because we get stale. It's like the offense don't never get to the next level. But the playoff is next level. The game is never going to be the same. Every play counts. There's 60 plays in a game. It's been damn near a script. You need to run this. If they don't play the kind of brand of football they used to playing, they're not going to the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say.
Running those RPOs, and this team has a great chance to make a deep run. But if Jalen Hurts finds his way to the bench for health reasons and it's Kenny Pickett or Tanner McKee, then that changes the ball game.
All right, let's go to the Bills here. Yes, MVP favorite Josh Allen looking to get the Bills to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1993. The past 3 years, they've been bounced from the divisional round. This is a team we've had a lot of faith in. So maybe looking at the history books just indicates that they're not going to get to the Super Bowl. But, John, what would they need to do, granted they get through the Ravens?
Yeah, I hate piling on the Buffalo Bills here because they've had such a tragic playoff history. I don't want to be the guy that explains why they might not win. But look, if it's going to happen, I think it's going to be because their passing defense fails. That is why they might not be able to make a Super Bowl run. This is a team that gave up the 24th most passing yards in the NFL during the regular season. So you can throw the ball on them. And you look at, there were only 3 teams that threw for at least 300 yards on the Bills. And all 3 of those teams end up making the playoffs. That was the Texans, the Rams, and the Lions with C.J. Stroud, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff. So you look at the playoffs. Well, now you have to play Lamar Jackson, MVP candidate, possible MVP on Sunday night. If you get through that round, you're looking at C.J. Stroud possibly, probably not, but he threw for 331 yards against the Bills this year. You're looking at Patrick Mahomes. We know his history against the Bills. So that passing defense would have to figure out how to slow down what is a great playoff pool of quarterbacks. So I'm not sure they can do that, and we'll find out if they can on Sunday when they face Lamar.
Really quickly, before we move on from the Bills, I don't know if you guys saw the Bills Mafia wedding package that is now being offered.
It's amazing.
I think it's only like $10,000.
It's not that expensive. It's actually a really good deal.
What would happen if either one of you went to your happy wives when you proposed and said, this is what I want to do?
I'll just say this, Breach. My engagement story is completely unforgettable, and Jamie Eisenberg loves to tell people. So maybe, Breach, your wife, Rachel, would be a little better about that idea.
No, my wife would say as long as the honeymoon's in Fiji, we'll get married wherever. So
I kind of like that place. Also, Ryan, now I'm curious how you proposed. Was it that bad?
It was that bad.
12:30 on Sunday. So you guys mentioned Lamar Jackson. That's a name we have to continue to mention over and over again. Now we got Derrick Henry over there. Just such a strong combo, trying to make the Super Bowl run. But Lamar is trying to change the narrative when it comes to kind of postseason play. So what could lead to this team's demise, Ryan?
By the way, I haven't thought about that in 20 years, so I'm having to recompose myself after that, living through that experience. But in terms of the Ravens and what they, I think Amanda knows. I think she called me out of the blue once to talk about it. But that you can ask her, and if not, ask Jamie. But in terms of the Ravens and what they need to do, Brees talked about how they can throw on anyone, and the Bills' defense suffers in terms of in pass defense. The Bills' run defense is really good. They're top 5. The problem is the Ravens' run offense is top 3 or 4 or number 1 in every single category. So if the Ravens just do what they did last week and what they failed to do last year against Kansas City in that playoff game and just run the ball, and Brees talked about it last segment, no one wants to tackle Derrick Henry first quarter or fourth quarter, especially when it's 17 degrees outside. And then you have Lamar running those RPOs. Then you have Justice Hill as the change of pace back. I think they can wear down this Buffalo Bills team and get all the way to the playoffs. Now, if they fail to do that,
I'm telling you.
it's going to be a Kansas City situation all over again, and they're going to find themselves on the wrong end of the scoreboard. And that, to me, feels like the only way that they can keep themselves out of the Super Bowl if they don't do what got them to this point.
John, let's go to the Rams here. 3 things we talked about yesterday working for this team, playing the best football at the right time, and you got Matt Stafford and you got Sean McVay. What would be the downfall for the Rams?
I think the downfall is if the offense pulls a no-show. That could happen Sunday. It could happen in the championship round if they win on Sunday. But the offense has been so streaky. Yes, we see the 7-1 Matthew Stafford over the past 8 games. We kind of break down what they've done. You look at the past 4 games where the Rams starters have played, they're averaging just 16 points per game, and they haven't topped 305 yards in any of those games. So they've had trouble scoring points. They've had trouble moving the ball up and down the field. Even in the playoff game against the Vikings, 27-9 win, well, they got a defensive touchdown in that game. So the offense only scored 20 points. So the offense really needs to get the ball going. They struggled toward the end of the season in December, and now they're going to have to go play in the snow in Philadelphia. We've seen Matthew Stafford's record when he's playing in rain or snow. It's 1-8. He hasn't been great. So if the offense struggles, and it's certainly possible because of how streaky they've been, then this team's run is going to end quickly.
We're going to look at the Texans next, going up against the Chiefs. That's a tough draw right there. CJ Stroud and the Texans back on track after the wild card win, but they have the longest odds to win of any team that's left right now. Never been to a Super Bowl. Ryan, what do we think about this one? Do they have a chance?
Yeah, they're facing long odds for sure. And if the offensive line continues to fail to protect C.J. Stroud, and they're giving up a pressure rate of 18% per dropback, which is 3rd worst in the NFL, it's going to be more of C.J. running for his life. We saw it last week where he looked like the C.J. Stroud in that final game of his college career against Georgia, where he had to use his legs more, and that may be the remedy to the offensive line. But the unit's been banged up. Steph Diggs is out, obviously. Tank Dell is out, so he doesn't have all those playmakers there. And if he can't get rid of the ball quickly and has to run for his life, it's been not great in terms of their offensive productivity. So I think if the offensive line struggles like it has for much of the season and CJ can't win with his legs, it's going to be potentially one and done because, as you noted, Jenny, they have to face the Chiefs, and that's not fun for anybody.
Final team we're going to take a look at, the Commanders going up against the Lions, so that's a tough task right now. John, initially you would say maybe, it's an experience, you have a rookie quarterback, but Jaden Daniels has proved us wrong on that point. So what would it be that keeps the Commanders from heading toward the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think their big Achilles heel is that they cannot stop the run. They were the 3rd worst team in stopping the run during the regular season. And if you look at a potential path to the Super Bowl, they'd have to play the Lions, who had the 6th best rushing offense, maybe the Eagles in the NFC title game. They had the 2nd best rushing offense, and maybe the Ravens in the Super Bowl, who had the best rushing offense. So it's hard to see the Commanders getting to the Super Bowl when they have to that kind of defense that would have to stop the run literally every week, which is something they weren't able to do. So figure out how to stop the run. That's how you get to the Super Bowl, Washington.
Really quickly, Ryan, have you made any brownies recently?
You know what it is. I have not.
I will tell really quickly. No. Ryan made a batch of brownies that said, "Will you marry me?" No. Accidentally left them out over.
Yeah, man. There you have it, man. Big weekend, man. Big weekend, man. Who y'all got? Who y'all got today? We ain't gonna do our Super Bowl predictions yet. Yeah, I'm sure everybody know. Everybody probably leaning towards Lamar. Everybody know that. But yeah, man. I got Kansas City, Detroit, and the Eagles. Even though I want the Rams I can't stand the Eagles. Let's not get that motherfucking right. Anybody in my division, I can't stand. Just know that. Just know that shit. We can't fucking stand you. You know what I mean? And Patrick Mahomes, but you better let that young boy beat you. CJ put it tough, man. He probably CJ learning real good, man. These rookies coming in showing they trying to, man, listen. It ain't gonna be too much room. The AFC South has more wins than the postseason than the NFC North and AFC West combined. I know, but shit, the NFC getting way better, bro, especially the NFC East. We getting way better, Brandon. We're getting way better, Brandon. I'm telling you, look at the Rams, look at the Eagles, look at Washington. They in the mix. Texas in the mix. Feel what I'm saying? We're getting hot, bro. That's all I'm saying. We're getting hot, brother. We're getting hot. You know what I'm saying? My boys ain't in the mix this year, but we get Dion, we gonna be in the mix. So it's gonna be even tough for the AFC to win a Super Bowl next year. Y'all been winning. Y'all been winning. I think Philly was the last person who won on our side. No, Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the last one to win. Tom Brady was the worst one. Yeah, we got the best. Yeah, we got the best O-lines, but quarterbacks. It's a lot of quarterbacks. What's up? No words. Well, yeah, man. They definitely got the best O-lines, man. We had one of the best O-lines for that whole career. That's why I'm like, man, listen, man. I don't think no better, man. You can have Jesus out there. I don't think we're gonna get no better with that. The man can have Jesus playing wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm definitely going with the Eagles, even though I don't like them. Definitely don't like them, brother. Definitely don't like them, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button too, brother. Make sure subscribe on the way out. But yeah, man. And I know I got Lamar for my MVP, most definitely. Lamar definitely the MVP. Definitely MVP. We're gonna when we get to 500 subscribers, we're gonna be doing some giveaways. My 500 subscribers, especially people that support me, I'm gonna go through the comments and see everything. We're gonna be giving a lot of money away. A lot of money. It's a lot of money coming out. Remember, y'all don't blow them taxes. Don't blow them taxes either. But yeah, man, we've been in here about 30 minutes, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Give me y'all predictions in the comments, man. So next episode I can have you come up and we're gonna talk about it.
Fuck what they talking about. Just cut on the beat. Stay on the sidewalk. Cause you wasn't in the street. Fuck what they talking about. Just cut on the beat. Stay on the sidewalk. Cause you wasn't in the street. Fuck what they talking about. 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 Born in the street, probably gon' die in it. Product of my environment, BSP be my environment. You can't walk a mile in my shoes. I suggest that you be quiet then. So you got it on your mind, so I took it off his chest. He shoulda came correct, knowing you ain't built like that. Seen the best get killed like that. Underestimate the opponent, so I keep the outbanger. Yeah, I got a whole lot of straightening. Last time I checked, was no ceiling, so the top floor vacant. Fuck what they talking, fuck what they talking about. Just cut on the beat, stay on the sidewalk, cause you wasn't in the street. Fuck what they talking about. Just cut on the beat, stay on the sidewalk, cause you wasn't in the street. Fuck what they talking about, fuck what they talking about, fuck what they talking about. Fuck what they talking about, fuck what they talking about, fuck what they talking about. Fuck what they talking about, fuck what they talking about, fuck what they talking about. Fuck what they talking about, fuck what they talking about, fuck what they talking about. I'm a beast, where these niggas, they ain't in the street. Be free by they eat on the beat. They trying to compare and they trying to compete. If I get on the track, then it's bon appetit. Internet gang to control all the leak. You best get your money and stay out the way. Cause these little niggas ain't playing it safe. If you really make it, then they trying to take. I feel like a pilot, I'm smoking exotic and sipping exotico. Get out the way. You really gotta go. I got an audible. I tell them adios, bombs away. We got them body pop legs and arms. Come out the house every day, I be on. But what they talking about, no, I ain't going. If I pull it, I pop it, no, I ain't showing. Fuck what they talking wasn't in the street. Fuck what they talking about. Just cut on the beat. Stay on the sidewalk. Cause you wasn't in the street. Fuck what they talking about. 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 Fuck what they talking about.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We out of there, baby.